Hello everyone, my name is Sameeksha. I'm currently pursuing B.Tech in Electrical Engineering and I am in 5th semester. Today is 18th November 2024 and today I'm going to talk on the topic Layer 2 switches. Layer 2 switches. As the name suggests, it operates on data link layer or layer 2 of OSI model. OSI stands for Open System Interconnection Model. Layer 2 switches are used to connect multiple PCs with each other to form a local area network or a lane. Layer 2 switches has a MAC table and the MAC table is used to maintain the mapping of MAC addresses to the port number. For example, a PC is connected to port 1 of a layer 2 switch having a MAC address of A. Then, in the MAC table, in the field of MAC addresses, it will going to come A. And in the field of port number, it will going to come 1. This is how the mapping of MAC addresses is being maintained by layer 2 switches. Now coming to MAC table, initially the MAC tables are empty. That means there is no entry in the MAC table. When the frame arrives on the port of layer 2 switch, it first reads the SMAC field, we can say source MAC address field, and going to make the entry of that along with its port number in the MAC table. And this process is known as learning. And this is the first process which a layer 2 switch does when a frame arrives on its port. After this, it's going to check the DMAC, destination MAC address field of that particular Ethernet frame. If the DMAC is present in the MAC table, then it will going to directly forward the frame to that particular port. And this process is known as forwarding the frame. This is the second process which a layer 2 switch do. But if the DMAC is not present in the MAC table, then it will going to make multiple copies of that Ethernet frame and flood it to the every port of that network except the port from where the frame has been arrived. And this process is known as flooding the frame. For example, a frame has arrived from port 1 and the DMAC is B, but it is not present in the MAC table, then it will the layer 2 switch will going to make the copies of that frame and going to forward it to every port, but will not going to forward it to port 1 because from where the frame is being arrived to the layer 2 switch. And this process is for flooding the frame. Now moving forward, if the DMAC and SMAC resides on the same port of the layer 2 switch, then uh, the layer 2 switch will going to filter out the frame and by this process we save the bandwidth. For example, in the MAC table, the MAC address A is also on port 1 and the MAC address B is also on port 1. Then if such frame arise on the layer 2 switch, it will going to filter out that. This saves the bandwidth. Moving forward, we can say that layer 2 switch do not modify any field of the Ethernet frame. A lot of individuals confuses the broadcasting with the flooding, but these two things are very different from each other. Flooding is the process where the DMAC is not present in the MAC table and it floods the frame to each and every port of the network. In flooding, the DMAC is not changed with the all Fs, but in the broadcasting, the DMAC is all Fs. That means it is sending that frame to each and every PC of the network. That's all for now. I'll be making more videos on the layer 2 switch in the future. If any of you have any doubt in any particular aspect, then please comment it down. I'm going to make a video on that as soon as possible. Thank you so much.